Hey, what's up? In this video, I'll share with you how I paid $100,000 in student loans in about a year, and really the things that I did that helped me achieve that you can do too. Simple things that you can start doing today to pay down all your debt really quickly. So let's jump right into it. So in 2018, I took $100,000 in student loans to go to business school. I was attending Yale to get an MBA, and you guys know that's really expensive. So I took a loan of $100,000 in 2018 to go to business school, and I had fun. I loved it, met really cool people, everything was good. I really loved my time. It felt like 2 years of amazing things happening, so that was good. But the thing is, the reality of having $100,000 in loans didn't hit me until I graduated right in the middle of the pandemic. Listen, I graduated May 2020, like in the middle of the whole thing, and that was when that reality of having like $110,000 at the time in student loans really hit me. I got really high interest rates. I took private loans. I was an international student at the time, so I incurred a lot of interest while I was in school. Even though I didn't need to pay while I was in school, the moment I graduated, I no longer had 100K. I had over 100K that I needed to pay really quickly. And because that interest was so high, I knew that I needed to face it. I needed to face these loans and really just try my best to pay down these loans, because those rates were crazy at the time for me, because like it just felt like this was just too high. And so I knew that I needed to face my debt, and that was why I decided I was going to pay really quickly. I was going to do everything possible to just pay, because these rates are just too high. And I'm so glad and I feel grateful and privileged that I was able to do that. And maybe you're watching this video and you're feeling like you have so many loans. I see you, girl. I see you. I understand where you're at. Because just a couple of years ago, like in 2020, even in 2021, I would wake up and just feel and just hope that I didn't need to pay all these loans back, that I just, that somehow my loans would disappear. Like, wait, how did I like get 100K in loans, 6-figure loans? Like, I would just really wish I didn't have to pay those loans. But the reality was that I needed to start paying. It wasn't a pandemic. Things were not easy for anyone, and that was when I had loans. And so what I'll be sharing with you today are things that helped me to pay down $100,000 in student loans and just be done with that part of my life. Things that I hope can help you pay down all your debt, whether that's student loans, credit card loans, any kind of loans that you want to pay up, but do it really quickly. That's what this video is about. I'll share what I learned on this journey and things that you can, I think you'll find helpful. So grab your tea, grab your paper, grab your pen. Let's jump right in. So in terms of how I paid back, full transparency in this video, the first thing is I got a high-paying job, and I wouldn't say it's very high-paying. I wasn't working in tech or anything, but to me, it was I got a job that I thought, like, if I'm very disciplined, I can pay this up in a couple of years. The job was okay. It wasn't the most high paying, but what I liked about this job was that it paid me in a lot of cash. You guys know that for many people, when they graduate and go into certain industries like tech, you get some of your pay in stocks and some of your pay in cash. But I didn't have a job that paid me stocks, and stocks are great, but at that time in my life I needed a lot of like liquid cash, like coins, the money, and that's what I got, and that really helped me. I feel so privileged to be able to say this, that I got that job, and it was hard. Like, it was one of the hardest times of my life. If you have been in the United States as an international student and trying to get like really good jobs, the struggle, sponsorships and things like that. But that's not what today is about. But that was a hard time for me, because I had these loans. I couldn't get a job for a long time. I was struggling. And if you are at that point in your life where you feel like I'm trying to get these jobs, or I'm trying to get to this next level, it's not happening, and you have all these debts to pay, girl, I see you, and I understand that struggle, that pressure, you feel. And that's why I wanted to share this video, in case there's one person out there, like, going through what I went through at that time, going through a really, really difficult time, and not having a lot of like financial support, maybe from family or whatever, and still having to pay these loans. That's why I want to do this video, and I hope you find this video helpful. So I got a job. I'm grateful that I got that job. That job paid me mostly in cash, or all in cash mostly, and that was what really helped. So the first thing I did was to get at least a high paying job, or a moderately paying job. I'm reluctant to say high, because it's not like what you guys think and what everyone shares on IG, because everyone on Instagram is earning 6 figures and 7 figures. Okay, I don't know if that is true or not, but that is not the point. Okay, so I got that job, and that really helped. So that was the first thing that I feel like really contributed to me paying back. The second thing is, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I graduated right in the middle of the pandemic. So what that means is I didn't have to like commute to work, and I just had my desk at home and did my work at home and got my money, and that was fine. And I feel like this really helps, not having to commute, not having to live this life that people, whatever happens in the office, and people just have to show up in a certain way. I would just wear my normal random clothes and show up on Zoom. Okay, shout out to Zoom. I would just like wear my random clothes and work from home, and I feel like that saved me a ton of money. So that's another thing that helps. The third thing on my journey that helped was, girl, I don't know if you can define frugal, but that was me then. I was frugal, like frugal from beginning, from like when I graduated. I'm like, girl, you gotta get your life right. Before I graduated, I would always travel to, to Asia with my classmates and friends, go on trips. We were having fun and living the life before the pandemic happened. And so like, but once I graduated, I'm like, wait, what? So I kind of like started living really frugal, really cut down on things I didn't need, didn't live in the kind of apartments my colleagues and my friends lived in. Girl, I was serious then. I was like, in this season of my life, it is all about paying these loans, okay? So that was what I did. I was like super frugal. So that's one other thing that helped me when I was on this journey, like really just being simple and cut out everything. I think that was something else that helped. Number 4 thing that helped me on this journey when I was trying to pay back was that I got a couple of bonuses during the pandemic. I work, maybe end of year bonus, mid-year bonus, some support things because we were in a pandemic and all of that. I got all of that, and trust me, nothing of those kind of unexpected income came to me. After tax, it was like 100% to my loans, and that was it. And at the time, I was working with an office or a company in New York, so that meant I was paying federal taxes, New York crazy taxes, and New York City taxes and all of that. So it just meant that a huge percentage of my income was going towards taxes, and the balance, whatever came to my account, I would just like straight up send it to the to the loan company, to the loan provider I used at the time. And I feel like that level of discipline really made the difference for me, because I got a couple of bonuses, like the sign-on bonus, the annual bonus, mid-year bonus, things like that, and those lump sums just really helped me. It wasn't for me. I wasn't spending a dime. I was on mission, pay down your loans, and that was something else that really helped me on that journey. Another thing that I found helpful at the time when I was trying to pay down my loans was that I had a budget, and a budget that I followed through with. Like, I was dedicated to that budget, okay? I would like set my budget and I would start with how much I wanted to pay in loans first before my rent. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm happy to share the budget I used at the time. I'm happy to like do another video where we're talking about budgeting and budgeting tips and the absolute best budgeting tips you can get that can really help you. But then I had a budget and I was going to follow it. I had a budget and I was going to stick to it. I would start with how much I wanted to pay in loans. Then whatever balance is left, I would try to get my rent to that level where my balance could afford it, if you get what I'm saying. But like, that loan was like priority for me because it just felt like this was one obstacle that I needed to cross or get over. So like, I was so dedicated to it, and that's one other thing that helped. Let me know in the comments if you want me to share at some point my budgeting, my Excel sheet, spreadsheet that I used at the time, and we can talk through some budgeting tips that can absolutely help you. So that was one other thing that helped. So in terms of what I learned on this journey, one really important thing is that dedication is extremely important, right? The point is, I had these loans, and I got a good job, and there was that temptation to like kind of increase my lifestyle, if there's anything like increasing lifestyle, but like improve my lifestyle or get to a certain level that involved spending more. But I was just so dedicated to this. I was just like, nah, I needed to get this done, and I did it. And one thing I want to encourage you to do is to sort of like paint a picture of like the goal you're trying to achieve. Either that you want to go on vacation somewhere, or your big goal is for your kids to have a certain kind of life, or you just want to go on a vacation to Hawaii, and a luxury vacation or something. Have a picture of that and put it somewhere you will see it every day. That really helped me at the time to really paint this picture of doing without loans, doing what she wanted to do with money, doing this and traveling without thinking about her loans, doing even sleeping at night without thinking about loans. That was a life I was painting. That was kind of like a big goal for me. That was kind of like my why for wanting to pay down my loans. And I challenge you today, you girl watching me, I challenge you to really think about like, what is your why? I feel like that would really help you. And girl, I know it is not easy to have all these loans. I've been there. My loans really bothered me. My loan was in my face crazily. But I want to encourage you to start today and say, what is my why? Why do I want to pay down my credit card loan? Why do I want to pay down my student loans? What is your why? And that is what will really motivate you, because girl, you need a lot of motivation on this journey. You need a lot of determination, and looking at your why every day will really help you to stay determined when it is tough. So that's one thing I learned on the journey that I think that you should know and do, that can help you. Another thing that I learned on this journey is like just how to be frugal, like how to live simply. I guess that's what it is, because I don't even know if I'm very frugal now anymore because loans are done, so let me enjoy my life a bit. But the point is that it helped me, that season of my life helped me learn how to be simple and how to live simply, and how to assess every day, do I really need the things that I'm buying? Do I really need the things that I'm subscribing to? Do I really need these things? Do I need all these things? And what are the things that I need versus wants? And that's something that I really encourage you to do as well. Like, take a step back today and ask yourself, which of all these things I spend money on every month do I really need? Can I survive without this one, without this one, without this one? And get a sense for what you really need, and keep only those things you need, and just like get rid of things you don't need, sell things you don't need, and see what else you can do to help you pay down your debt, to make extra cash or to reduce your expenses so you can pay down your debt. So that time of my life just helped me really learn to live simply. Another thing I wanted to share that I learned on this journey of paying down 100K in student loans is life is in seasons, okay? And I need you to think about that for a moment. There's a season, maybe you're in this season of your life where you're trying to pay down your debt, and that's why you're watching this video. You're trying to say, wait, how did she do it? I just want to encourage you by saying that life is in seasons, life is in phases, and you will get through this. This is just a season where you're paying down debt and you're maybe trying your best to, make sure you have the cash to pay down all this debt. But there would come a time where that debt doesn't exist anymore, and like you can absolutely do other things or like face other things that you care about. Just wanted to let you know that I'm here for you, and I will try on this channel to provide you the resources that you need to pay down your debt. I'll also, just be rooting for you and praying for you, So just know I'm here for you, and just set those goals you need to set to pay down your debt, and do those little things you need to do to pay down your debt. If you want to learn some of the things that I've done to help me not to ever be broke again, I did a video recently. I'll drop it in the description box. Just watch that video and see very tactical, simple things, everyday things that I do to help me not to be broke again. So I did that video recently. Make sure you watch it, but just know I am here for you, and you can absolutely do this. You can crush it. You can like crush that loan. You can pay it back. Just take baby steps every day. That's what I did. That's what I believe you can do as well, and you will get it done. I hope you found today's video helpful. I'll see you in my next video, and if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to subscribe. See you.